Yeah, that's one. This is a 10 unit. This is a big one for me.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Take it away. We got Georgia, Alabama. Georgia is favored minus 5.5. Total is 54.5. Money line 215. Talk to him, Sharp.
Yeah, another game I was waiting for. I was hoping for this matchup so that we didn't get an inflated spread. I was really excited when I saw the look ahead line come out a couple weeks ago. Just kind of teasing this matchup, and it was 5.
Yep.
And despite Alabama barely winning, the line stayed at 5. So that was good in my opinion. I've got this game power rated at 8. It's pretty simple for me. I don't understand these spreads in these games. I personally think Georgia should be favored by the 10-point spread over Alabama more than Oregon should be over Washington. I do like Alabama. I think they had a good season. We talked about it on the preseason show. I even said that if they just allow Milroe to be who he is and be a runner, they can be a really good football team. But if they try to be a passing team, it's just not going to work out for them. And the first month they tried passing probably a little more than they should have. And then they figured out who they were, and Alabama's become a much better team. That being said, Georgia's just better across the board. They have better linemen. They have a better quarterback. They have better weapons. Okay, Nick Saban's a little better. I'll give you that. I will say that when it comes to game planning, I do think Nick Saban will probably have a better game plan than Kirby Smart. I think Kirby Smart's a good coach, but he relies a little bit more on raw emotion than Nick Saban does, who's a supremely talented in-game adjuster. We've seen that from him benching Jalen Hurts and going with Tua against Georgia in a game like this when it meant the most. So he is willing to think outside the box in this game, and so that is the one thing that gives me pause, or I think Georgia could just blow them out, is that Nick Saban effect on the other side. That being said, whether it's a game played in a phone booth or this game gets to be a little high scoring, I simply just don't think Alabama can keep up no matter how this game goes. I just think even if Alabama had a 10-point lead at half, I still would be confident Georgia could cover this spread. That's the kind of game I think this is going to be. I think by the end of the third quarter, it'll be like, oh, wow, Georgia's the much better football team. And they'll win going away. It wouldn't shock me if they won by 14, 17.
Let me ask you this. Are you worried, or do you feel like any of these players are already NFL bound and they're not playing in this game?
No, I don't even think this, and I don't even think this Georgia team's like. I think they're pretty good. I don't think they're as good as they been the last couple of years, especially on defense.
Yeah.
But I think they're better than they have been the last few years on offense. And that's what I think this team comes down to. I think people are sleeping on Georgia's offense. And that's really what this handicap comes down for me is I think once Georgia gets rolling on offense in this game, Alabama's defense is literally going to have no choice but to just get touchdown score on them and have to just answer. They're not going to be able to rely on their defense to get stops and keep them in the game. To me, the only thing that would concern me is Carson Beck injury early in the game. I don't know what Georgia has behind him.
Yeah. I stayed away from this game. I'll be watching it, obviously. Huge SEC matchup. We see this all the time. First and goal for Seattle, by the way.
And I like the 5.5. Like this wouldn't scare me. The 6 wouldn't scare me. The 6.5 wouldn't scare me. Like I said, I've got this game power rated at 8. Man, this is a 10-unit bet for me. I've been waiting for this matchup. Georgia's going to roll them. I'm pretty confident in that, guys. Like Georgia's going to roll them.
Yeah, I was thinking about Georgia team total here. I feel like you said, offensively, Georgia's going to be able to do what they want. Now, I know Byers is kind of undisclosed with an injury here.
Oh, he's going to play.
But I mean, I feel like he's going to play. But I mean, I'm looking back here, and I'm just wondering, like, how many times did Georgia not score over 30 points? They scored almost. They're 12-0. They've only not scored 30 points in 2 games. Now I know it's Bama, but this isn't like the Bama's defense of old. This is going to be kind of like I feel like that Texas game early in the year against Bama, where now that game was a little bit different. I think Texas just opened up at the end there, right? Texas had a big
Texas
third or
did.
fourth quarter.
And I will say, you know, I do think that Alabama has found itself. Like that was when Milroe was probably dropping back into passing situations a little more than he should have been. I do think the Alabama has found its identity on offense. So I do think it's an improved Alabama team from that Texas game. But I think Georgia's a lot better than Texas. So, I mean.
Yeah, agreed. I'm thinking about taking Georgia here with the 30.5. So I'll write that down as a lean.
I do like that. I like that. It's sitting right underneath a key number, just begging you to take it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is talking to me. It is like bet it for sure. Maybe even Georgia halftime, but I actually like that 30.5. I think they're going to be I think your handicap is great, and I think what you said, they're underrated a little bit offensively. I just think that they'll be able to they'll be able to put the ball. If you're seeing this video right now, that means you made it to the end. So congratulations. You are now almost officially part of the Money Team. How do you become a part of the Money Team? If you're new to the channel, you have to hit the subscribe button. We want to blow this brand up. It's not me versus you or us versus them. It's us versus the sports book, us versus the bookman, aka the boogeyman. So make sure you're on the winning side and the winning team. I got bonus content up here for you guys to choose from. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Moss Money. This is Money Pot. This is Money Pot Betting.